10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
52 blasters. Ready?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. This defense for the Dolphins, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Chubb on the read option. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Getting to the ball behind the line was Xavier Howard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
As a linebacker, you're trying to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Watson now to throw. And here he's got Grant. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Second and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Dolphins nothing.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to...
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, go Fury.
Again, they run with Edmonds. A solid stiff arm. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Hey,
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He completes it to Wilson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. The Browns 17-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Chubb on the read option. And down he'll go at the 25. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's got room. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, That's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 30, 10, and this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. It gives some kudos. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
There he goes, left side, past the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. It's an 89-yard kick return, and the Dolphins get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's Chubb on the read option. Shifts by him. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Jump right. Black shot. Seal. Black. Set.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now Watson. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 49 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Hey, green. Blue striker. On the ball.
Here's Tua. They complete it to Hill. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
22 middle. Doing black. Right through.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
On 2nd and inches, Tua. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. 11 yards for number 11.
Red cycle. Real green. On the ball.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On second and very short, Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Hey, 31!
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Watson. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds, and he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Yellow, blue. Blue, right.
Looking to pass. Tua. Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Tua now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Hey, 3, 6, 7.
To throw again on second down. Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on second and 10. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Strike 60. Blue striker. Strike 2. Strike white.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
It's a gain of 69 yards. That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
Check that. Hut, hut.
Edmonds is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Sanders on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st down, it's Watson.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with... but could not hang on.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the turnover, it's Tua.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here we go, set. Yo, blue. Hey, blue. Black shot. Steel, black.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their bst efforts of the season.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's to his running back, complete. Shoves him away. Still on his feet. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing now, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of him.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Watson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answer